That's what I needed time for.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let me turn on this light because they were already complaining that the lighting and whatnot. But yeah, I heard. I'll wait for some people to get in here, but I already said this about 10 times. I heard that they're actually. I mean, I think they're probably full of shit. They probably aren't actually going to release so many records. They didn't use the word files, but they said that they're going to release some Epstein records. Maybe they're trying to make it sound records so it doesn't sound so bad, but
They're going
I
to
don't know.
have to do something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they're
not
going to
looking
have
too
to do
good.
something. I mean, I don't for one second believe that Trump is in it, listed as a client by no means, but it shows if nothing's done, it shows how government really is. Like we're all hoping that it changes. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't gonna be the same cover up bullshit going on that's been going on. And if this gets covered up, it's gonna be like just everything else swept under the rug. That's what it's more about to me. No.
Yeah, we can't let them swipe this under the rug. I mean, Sam made a great point, honestly. He said the reason he thinks it isn't released is because all these government, well, he said, I heard two people say something. He said that all the major CEOs, it would cause a lot of boycotting from major companies. A lot of companies would go bankrupt and stuff like that. Hey, Lunchbox, welcome in, brother. Yeah, it would cause a lot of boycotting from major companies. All these major companies would.
And he's probably right, but my opinion again will be that's a band-aid. It needs to be ripped off. Just needs to be ripped off.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I got some new backdrops too, by the way.
This man loves this man loves the green screen. Oh my
I
god,
do. It's like one of my biggest
discoveries.
discoveries. Yeah. And I've got something to kind of drop, just something that people's been talking about in the chats that it's got to do with immigration, asylum seekers. Hard. But I did some kind of, I guess, some homework on asylum seeking. What class what qualifies as asylum seeking? Because citizenship just isn't given out, just isn't handed out like lollipops at the bank.
Well,
So
being poor doesn't qualify for asylum. You
yes.
can't. You can't apply for asylum because you're poor. Sorry.
Well, that's exactly right. But here's how I described it is trying to better your living situation is not a cause for seeking asylum. That's not a reason. And there's only a few reasons to even seek asylum. And when I investigated it, it was a lot narrower than what I thought. See, I thought it was only two reasons for seeking asylum. One, religious persecution from your government or country. That is one for sure. And the second one, even though it wasn't listed in what I did my homework in, I do know it is a reason, is if your country is war torn, because they've given asylum, and I think that might be something that's got to be approved maybe through Congress or something. But war torn countries sometimes qualify as asylum seeking, but then they also might be persecuted from the regime changes or something. So it might fall back under that. I don't know. But
A picture of me from one of my live streams, put it as his profile picture, and made his name I Love Diddy.
Oh, that's messed up.
He put me as his profile picture. I don't love fucking Diddy, buddy. But I give you A for effort for trolling. But you know who I give a bigger A for effort? People that drop super chats to insult me. That's like, goddamn, you got me there. A for effort.
Yeah. You check this one out.
I actually thought it was today's photo, but it wasn't today. It wasn't just now. This man had this profile. He has me as his profile picture. I feel special, man. I feel special.
This is strip clubs after New York. Uh, after Mondami becomes the mayor of New York.
Oh Jesus shit. We
That's
got 112 people in here and one like. Smash that like and subscribe, guys. Hit that like button.
probably my go-to backdrop right now. All these people saying, "Oh, Trump's in the Epstein list. That's why they ain't releasing it." They keep trying to connect the dots to where Trump is involved in that. But what bothers
I
me is they
know it
don't
was my
talk about,
pick.
but they don't bring up, they don't bring up the fact that Clinton is definitely a bad boy, and Bill Gates as well.
Oh yeah, Bill
So
Gates loves him some Epstein. Oh look, he made a new account with my profile picture. You see that in the chat?
yeah, I do.
That man
Yeah.
is funny. He keeps making new profiles with my picture on it. Hey man, shit, I
Hey,
appreciate that, but you gotta try a little bit harder.
see, the thing is no matter what, he knows who you are.
You know, this
You
guy
don't.
has a
We don't.
hundred fucking photos of me in his phone. That makes me pretty happy.
Actually, that's a little concerning.
That is concerning, but I guess he's my biggest fan.
Or stalker.
He's both of them.
Yeah.
Epstein, Epstein, Epstein.
Yeah.
Hello. Pizza party's here. He like you. Yeah, he does like me. He made 2 YouTube accounts, both of them with my photo for the profile. Guys, just to
Yeah.
clarify, if you see a bunch of YouTube accounts with my face on the photo, this is my only YouTube account. I mean, that's a lie, actually. I got one more, but it doesn't have my face as the profile picture. Trash and
At
or
lunch,
travel and trash talk. That's my only other YouTube. Travel and trash talk.
Lunchbox is saying we keep cutting out for some reason.
My connection
I
is
hope
good.
mine seems to be good too. You've not hiccuped once on mine.
I don't know. That's interesting. Well, let me know how it is now,
Yeah.
guys. Let me know if it gets better.
I think the Clintons had more of a reason to have Epstein pilloried by far. And they've got the body count to prove it, to actually make that make sense.
We triggered someone. This person says, "Bro, what is this live stream? Literally 2 bigots yapping."
What have I said that's so bigoted?
They
Come
can't
on,
tell
don't just
you. It's
use
just the hat
buzzwords.
pisses them off.
Yeah. You don't like my hat? Mm.
Alligators and ice.
I like it like this way too. Show the American flag. If I can get it on my
Someone
head
said,
right.
talk about Trump being on that Epstein list. You guys want us to talk about that Epstein list? Smash that like button right there. It's actually right above you. You should go like this. Tell them to smash that like button.
Yep. It's
Yep,
right
there it is.
there. It's right there. Yeah. Hit the like button. So did you read this backdrop? Why Muslims can now run for office? On November 18th, 1990, the 101st Congress quietly repealed the McCarran-Warner Act of 1952, forbidding Muslims from holding office. Members of that Congress were Dick Cheney, John McCain, Joseph P. Pants Biden, Al Gore, John Kerry, Mitch McConnell, Chuck Schumer, and of course, my favorite drunk, Nancy Pelosi.
Hell yeah, my favorite stock trader, Nancy Pelosi.
I'm telling you what, there's people that's followed her stock trades and made some serious dough. Now that's concerning too. I find out about this stuff after it's been too late.
We're
Hey
not
Stan,
avoiding the Epstein question. We've talked about this. Give them some info about the Epstein list. They keep whining about the list.
I wish I had some actual good information about the list. I don't think anybody outside of government has any good information on the list. I mean, I've heard a lot of assumptions and a lot of really good theories. I mean, it's always been known that I'm not even sure what a Mossad agent is. But you know what I'm talking about? He worked for
Yeah.
with Mossad, and then he's also involved in the CIA. So, which to me, that just tells me that we need to tear down the CIA and the FBI and rebuild it from the ground up with people that ain't involved in this BS, people that does not have history in those agencies, and give people something to fear. In other words, somebody that does have history sneaks in under the carpet, bring back tar and feathering and hangings. I mean, that's the problem nowadays. Nobody's got anything to fear. And that's my
Damn
biggest
right.
issue.
We got a bunch of fucking dumb trolls in here. If you guys have anything good you want to say, drop some super chats. We'll both read it out loud and answer the questions best we can. But speaking about the Mossad agents, apparently the FBI director, Kash Patel, his girlfriend is 26 years old and basically works for Prager University, which basically is a fucking thing that's somehow tied in with the Mossad, and
That's a conflict of
no one
interest.
knows her from high school, or no one knows about her educational background. That's a perfect excuse for them to say why she was being trained by Israel or the Mossad or something. But I don't know.
Yeah. Well, these agencies, they need to be tore down from the ground up, in my opinion, and started over.
This guy, this guy has you as his profile picture.
What's that?
This guy has you as his profile picture.
Hell yeah. Hey, I'm finally famous.
He
I've made it.
screenshotted you 2 seconds ago.
I've made it. I have finally got a stalker.
He screenshotted
Whew.
you and put you as his profile picture. And he said, "Watch me and my boyfriend talk about Trump. We love homosexual conversations. We don't love that kind of shit. You're trolling us too hard."
Well, sometimes, I mean, I could kiss Graham, but only for a really big super chat.
Yeah, only for a really big super chat.
And it'll only be right here where we have this dividing line.
It's not gay because
That'll-
we have this line here.
Yeah. Super chat's a super chat.
$20 is $20.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I guess if the list was up your ass, you'd know it. Oh gosh. But yeah, that he's gonna have to they're gonna have to do something about that. I mean, see, it's not enough for the lefties to see us bothered that we don't like the idea that they didn't release the Epstein files. And if we was just making up excuses for that, we would definitely at that point be in a cult, but we're not. I don't think anybody's cool with the list not being released. Alms for the poor. Alms for the poor.
MAGA 0, America 1. They're really pissed off in the chats. We got 245 people in here. drop a super chat. We're reading them all out loud. Hit that like button right there. Only 4 likes. Come on, get us to 25 likes. What misinformation have we said? Opinion pieces isn't against YouTube's guidelines. Yes, 4 likes. Only 5 likes. Hit that like, subscribe button.
Yeah. Texas underwater. This is par for the course. Lefties wishing ill will on the people of Texas. This is just part of the course. They're just some of the nastiest human beings on the face of the earth. I live here in East Tennessee, and last year we had horrible, horrible floods that closed Interstate 40 between North Carolina and Tennessee, washed Asheville, North Carolina away, washed Hot Springs, North Carolina away, washed parts of Newport, Tennessee out of the way. FEMA didn't even help. Uh, People that were victimized by the floods if they knew that they were a Trump supporter. And then you had people just like the people now talking about the Texas bullshit, wishing harm upon them. There were people that actually commented that said, "Well, I hope that the floods took some of them Trump supporters away." Now that's sorry.
That's a
There were
sorry son
children.
of a bitch.
There were children washed away in that. There was families washed away. So all I know is you all have to answer for it when y'all meet your maker, and y'all can make up whatever religions that you want to be a part of, but there's only one Lord in heaven, and that's it. So you'll just have to come to terms with that in the afterlife.
What do I think of illegal immigrants being accused of being in gangs? Well, regardless if they're in gangs or not, I don't give an F. They should be deported. They are illegal immigrants.
Let me tell you about people being accused of being in gangs. People people put themselves in situations. You can take yourself out of situations. If you put yourself in a questionable situation, whether you're in a gang or not, you're guilty by association. You shouldn't have put yourself in that situation to begin with. So if they look like a gang member, as far as I'm concerned, they need to be yanked out of here. And there is no. I found out that almost 75%. It's fluctuated, but as of right now, almost 75% of asylum seekers are denied. I guess that's why they try to make it to Chicago or New York before
Yep.
they get caught.
What do you think about the cloud seeding going on in Texas that supposedly caused a lot of this issues going on?
It wouldn't surprise me that's proven to work. I mean, that is something that is proven to work. Weather manipulation through cloud seeding. I don't have any proof of it. Just I feel like that's maybe what happened in Dubai. I feel like that might have even been what happened here in East Tennessee. I mean, because I
I
want to
mean,
say that
cloud
was.
seeding is proven science. It actually does happen. They do it in Dubai to, because they're in the middle of the desert, so they need to get rain. So they're so rich there, they can pay for the planes to fly over, something like this. Planes fly over and they can make it rain. And yeah, I think that's what happened in Dubai when they had that flooding back really bad a year ago, but they didn't want to, say what happened. I think it was an accidental issue with the cloud seeding.
Yeah. So I mean, it wouldn't surprise me that that's what's happened. Um, as a matter of fact, I don't want to. I don't have my facts right next to me, but I swear I believe I read an article where
They had done
they
it in Texas on the 2nd.
they did it supposedly as far back as Vietnam.
I believe it. They were denying all this weather manipulation years and years ago. They said, no, we don't have machines to control the weather. That's a lie. That's a lie. Well, now we got proven science that tells us, at least, 10, 20 years ago, that they've been doing cloud seeding and other stuff.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of stuff out there that we aren't aware of. And it's just like you got that who was the guy that shot Trump? Was it Thomas Crooks? Was that his name? I know his last
We
name was
still
Crook.
don't know anything about this guy almost a year later. Thank you, CM Trick Shots, for the super chat. Shout out CM Trick Shots.
Um Actually, there's a little bit they know about Crooks. For one thing, he was associated with BlackRock, and it. I'm going to say the word rumored. I'm going to use the word rumored at this point because I don't have the actual facts. But supposedly, he was trained by government to take that shot. Um, but it's getting right down to some real MK Ultra shit right here. Um, they're taking. I think they're taking advantage of weak-willed, weak-minded people and having their will done, their objectives carried out by these people. And it's a real shame.
I know how they messed up though. They did train this guy probably, but they messed up because they let a liberal Harris supporter try to shoot, and they don't have very good accuracy. They didn't take that in for an account when they did their
Yeah.
measurements in science.
There's signs that don't make sense.
Yeah, their science didn't make too much. This guy says red hat equals easy target. Is that a threat? Do we got more Democrats threatening us?
I'm telling you. Please explain, OC. Don't beat around the bush. Tell us
Red
what you
hat
really
equals
mean.
easy target. Please explain. William, I hope you get investigated for that comment.
Red Hat East Target. We mean East Target.
They can't
Explain
spell either.
explain to us, OC, what you're trying to say. You have my full permission. Tell us what you mean. I'm waiting. Come on now.
He said, I wear my hat wherever I want. Same here.
East of your six? That makes no sense.
He's scared. He's scared to say what he
I know.
thinks.
He's scared
Demon
to
rats.
he's
Drop a
scared to
super
say
chat
what
if
he's
you guys
thinking.
got any questions, anything you want to talk about. I know you want to shout out, drop a super chat. Or if you want like a recurring shout out, I just got a YouTube members thing. I got 0 members on my YouTube members right now. But if you join the YouTube members, every single video I post, I will put you at the start of it or maybe at the end of it and say shout out to the members, blah 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 blah. But right now we got no members. So if anyone wants to
OC
join the members, you can.
OC is definitely a liberal or Democrat at least.
Oh,
Because I mean,
100%.
they're
Not just
oh yeah,
that,
they're
he's
cowards.
radical.
They're
I don't
cowards.
hate you, but you hate me for some reason. Why do I hate you? Even if you're an illegal immigrant, I don't hate you. I just want you deported though if you entered illegally. The law is the law. I mean, I got a little bit more heart for some of these illegals that overstayed their visa. You shouldn't have done that. It's a little effed up, but I got 0 fucks given when you're just hopping over that border wall and you don't give a fuck. You're like, fuck this place, fuck the law. Due process. Barack Obama deported 3 million illegal immigrants. 80% of them didn't get a court hearing or anything. No due process.
Hey Jay, uh, real funny aged light bulb joke. I got one for you. Uh, Biden's Build Back Better program, policy, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that was a bunch of malarkey, is what that was. I would just settle for put back the way you found it.
We got a lot of comments coming in here, but they're all just trolls. Can we get some
I don't care.
interesting topics or discussions? You guys want to talk about cloud seeding? You want to talk about Texas? You want to talk about how the department.
Here's what I want to talk about. How many countries outside of the U.S. actually raised funds to help Texas because it seems like the moment we turn the money water faucet off to these other countries, they ain't our friends no more. Well, Christian M. Brown, cloud seeding's not a conspiracy theory. Now, my assumptions might be the way they're using it right now is a conspiracy theory, but cloud seeding that's science fact right there.
It is indeed a science fact. Just go on Google, it's right there.
And no,
Oh,
I don't live in
geez, these
Texas,
comments are moving quickly now.
but Texas isn't the only state that's been hit with heavy floods. They're not the only. There's videos of houses being floating down the river here in East Tennessee and Western North Carolina. So they ain't the only ones.
We'll
But
get to
what they
this
both have
interesting topic. You want to read this one that says interesting topic by Evan?
interesting topic. Should illegal immigrants have the same legal rights as birthright citizens? No. No, they shouldn't. Why should they? They didn't come here legally. They're a drain on me and you. Here, I can put this into simple terms for everyone else out there, and I can't take credit for this, okay? Someone else said what I'm fixing to say, but it makes so much sense. When you go to bed at night, do you all this is to the people who think we should have an open border and leave the illegals alone and just let them be citizens or whatever. This is for you all. When you go to bed at night, do you lock your doors to your house or your apartments? I'm going to assume yes, but we're going to say no. Now, somebody comes into your house that you don't even know, plops down on your couch just because it's a better living situation than the one they had before. Are y'all going to be good with that? I'm going to, oh, it gets better, Graham. It gets better because they're there because it improves their living conditions. Now, they wake up the next morning, they raid your refrigerator. They're not going to go put no groceries back in it. They just going to go raid your refrigerator because it's better than the food they had. Are y'all going to be okay with this? And they're going to
One
stay
guy
there.
said absolutely. Hit that like, subscribe button. Let's get some
Yeah,
super chats. We
call
got
you full of shit.
466 people in here, only 13 effing likes. Can we get 46 likes for the 466 people? Can we get a big, beautiful super chat or any regular
Hey,
super chat questions?
Abigail Hudson, I'm not finished. So you've got this person living in your home now, uh, just because it's a better living situation. Now, I don't care if you say that that's private property versus public property. You know what? The U.S. is American citizens' property, not an illegal citizen's property. Not China, not Mexico, not Puerto Rico, not Africa. It's American citizens' property. So, if you're not going to leave your doors open to your house every night when you go to sleep, why run your country any different? Hmm? Does that not make any sense? Why run your country any different? Oh, I know why. Because you want me to foot the tab. You want me and Graham to fit the bill. You don't want to pay for shit. You're probably a freeloader yourself, Abigail. You probably living on food stamps.
Now let's read this comment. This shit is just absolutely ridiculous. Thank you, Exeter, for the super chat, but damn, you don't got no fucking sense in your head. MAGA, whatever you do, don't let your kids around Daddy Trump. Well, first off, why are you calling him that? Second off, you're talking about your favorite president, Biden. You'd leave your kid around him? Who the hell wants their kid sniffed and snorted up by Joe Biden? And second off, Elon left his kids around Trump. And third off, There's no weird videos of Trump doing anything weird to kids like there is of Biden. So can we talk about that?
How many of y'all would leave your kids with Bill Clinton? I bet you there's some idiots out there in in the in the comments that would do that.
Why did they say we're rage baiting? Are we rage baiting?
Now you can't see all that one. I got a new one of Kathy Griffin.
Thank you, Pirate King, for the super chat. If anyone has
Uh,
any super chats, any questions, any comments they want us to read out loud, or any debate topics, or anything you guys want us to talk about, did Dustley vote Bush? That's what Drewby wants to know. He's in the Discord.
yeah, back in the day, I did vote Bush. And you want to talk about buyer's remorse? I've got buyer's remorse. But you know what? The choices back then, I bet you don't even know the choices back then without Googling it. The choices was Bush or Al Gore. That's the equivalent of well, that's about the equivalent of Kamala running against Trump there. I mean, because everything we're going through right now, I firmly believe if Al Gore had been in office, we would have been at least 4 years ahead of time, maybe 8. So I've sort of got buyer's remorse because of the weapons of mass destruction we never found in Iraq. I believe that was a personal vendetta between Bush and oh gosh, who was it back then? Saddam Hussein. That's what I believe. So
Yeah,
I
I
do
wish
have.
I could turn on slow chats mode. I'm looking in the chat settings. I don't see anything that says slow chats mode. So I'm sorry, but I'm not able to do that. Oh, hell yeah. Alligator Alcatraz.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to reposition them because I'm cutting the words off at the top, but I can fix that later.
Now this William guy is screaming his head off. You voted for Bush twice, you ignorant.
Hey, hindsight's always 2020.
I'm gonna let you read this one. You can read this one from the Pirate King.
You think Trump is packing a bigger hog than Biden? Um, I don't know. I'm not interested in their hog. That's an all you thing right there. I mean, I'd say if you was convincing enough in your makeup, you might be able to find out. I'm gonna give you a like, Pirate King, just because I think you're funny.
Oh, here
There
comes
we go.
another one. Oh, here we go. You want to read this one or you want me to read it?
I'll read it. I don't care. The differences between you MAGA regards and dim regards. I think you meant to say retards. I'm going to say retard. Is you're in a cult of personality. You'll bend over backwards to defend him. Dims won't. That's not true. Neither one of us are cool with the Epstein list. Not that is something that Trump campaigned on. But see, the problem is you all just want us to abandon Trump over his first uh, hurdle
Mistake.
that he tripped over. Yeah, and that ain't how it works. You all are what's called a fickle supporter. We're not fickle. You are.
I absolutely agree. And first off, let's give this man time. I think he's going to be forced into releasing something.
Mm-hmm.
Too
But
bad
but see,
people can't see the bigger picture. Go Trump.
but see, MAGA is so huge, it bothers them, and that's all they're concentrating on. They want us to step away from what it is we're doing, and the harder you try, the more it pushes me the other way, and I know it does Graham too.
The harder
You know,
you
you
try to get us to hate on these hats, burn these hats, and hate our president, the more that I love our president, because I know evil people saying evil shit on the internet are mad and pissed off about us supporting Trump. Now, if these were good people that never said all these threats, all these disgusting messages, okay, maybe I would be like, all right, maybe these people aren't too bad. But then you see how they act. When you see how these people act and you realize you're fighting against these people, that you're going against these people, you realize you're going against real life demons, real democrats.
I think Albania here. I think Albania is a Diddycrat through and through. I mean, they're just so bad. I think so. I think that if they could offer a child, I think if Democrats could offer a child as sacrifice to make Trump a PDF file, I believe they would. I believe I believe that they would sacrifice them. I mean, they'd probably put on robes and everything and start chanting "Home Diddy 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 Diddy." It'd definitely be Hum Diddy because they all about Diddy. So,
Someone
and
said,
that's
ain't
sick.
no party like a Diddy party. Please, I want to puke.
Yeah, that's low brain James, or yeah, that's low brain James talking. That's
Drewby
what I
said
call.
for sure. Drewby said for sure, and he doesn't even like Trump.
Hey, I'm glad 1904. I'm glad that you make money selling Trump hats because you ain't gonna make no money selling no Harris hats.
Harris 2028.
I don't think you give him away. Hey, don't worry about my beard. My beard's cleaner than you are.
MAGA is so soft. Yeah, that's hilarious coming from a Dem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we live out of spite. So good luck with that.
Lol, 22 likes? Yeah, the likes are hella low, guys. Slap that like button. Hit the subscribe. Let's get some good comments, some good super chats.
Well, Manna, what would you like to talk about?
Like the
Come on,
stream.
Manna. Give us a good topic. Because as of right now, we're just reading off what you all are hating on us for. And so come on, Manna. Give us a topic. What do you want to talk about?
Someone said something interesting. Maybe you can talk about this topic. I still haven't done the research, but this guy today was disgusting. He tried to make allegations that the reason Tucker Carlson got fired was because sexual misconduct or some bullshit like that. I don't believe he got fired. I think he quit and stopped working with Fox after the lawsuit.
Oh, you talking about Tucker Carlson getting fired?
Yeah,
He got fired because of a show he did they didn't like, and he talked about shit they didn't like.
he talked about
That
the voting machines or something.
Yep, that's why he got fired. Didn't have anything to do with his personal life.
This guy said, "Viva Mexico,
Yeah, Samuel
cabrones."
Jackson, grab him by the cat. Um, it's no big deal if the cat don't care.
Viva Mexico, yeah, sure. If you like Mexico so badly, you can live there. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Or if
once
you
a
love
Democrat.
America, you can come live here too legally.
Yeah, when they when they when the Democrats destroy our dollar bill, I'm going to go south of the border, waving an American flag, trying to get on the benefits. See how well that works out for me.
I would love to visit Alligator Alcatraz, of course, from the outside, and do a live stream there.
Hey, Kira and Bo Owl, if I'm even saying that right, time will tell on that. But if Trump was on that list, Democrats, they don't know no shame. They would have daggone, they would have released that list by now if Trump was on that list. They wouldn't have made up Russiagate. Whether they're ever held accountable or not, there there is the possibility of prison time because they perjured themselves, they committed fraud to try and derail Trump. Why make something up if there's actually something there? Gosh, I can't believe y'all that dumb.
Yes, it was Tucker. They did talk about the machines, and he settled. They're being sued for $787 million. Does anyone know how much Tucker got, or was that private information? I wonder how many millions Tucker got from suing Fox. Logic has left the chat. Tell me about it.
Yeah. Hell, we ain't even talking about Palestine. I could care less about Palestine.
Big beautiful bill. The most hilarious thing is that, they always ask me, like, what do you like about the big beautiful bill? What do you not like about the big beautiful bill?
I like that I'm going to be getting my tax-free overtime. That's going to come back to us in our W-2s, though, our tax returns. That's the only thing I don't like about it. I was hoping that we would get it on our checks each week, but hey, I'll take it either way. Because I mean, that'll be a nice little check come March or April of next year.
Hell yeah,
So
it'll be like you have 5 kids getting all that tax money back.
yeah, I won't know how to act. Might go to Vegas or something. Oh, if you
I know which comment you're reading.
yeah. Hey, hand job commando. It would be never,
We're not Republicans, we're MAGA.
but hey, I mean, it's coming from the hand. It's coming from the hand job commando. So I mean, hey, is that because you give handies? Is that it? Are you giving handies, Hando? Probably
What do you
give the Gumby.
think? What what did this person say? What do you think when you read slash hear news about citizens being detained? What do you mean detained? No
Yeah.
citizens have been deported. Zero citizens have been deported.
Here's
Drop a
what I'm
super
gonna ask.
chat.
Here's what I'm gonna ask of you liars, because I'm gonna call you a liar until you join our Discord and post proof. And it needs to be a cited fact. Cited means you know where it came from and you list that so that other people can go back and look at it and research it and verify it. So cite your source and post it to Discord. Until then, just shut the hell up because you just yapping lying gums. You're just falling in line with every other Democrat. Because how do you know when a Democrat's lying? Their lips are moving. Oh,
Oh,
I'm
it's a
definitely the
joke
bigger joker.
competition now. We're
Yeah,
in a competition to piss these guys off, apparently.
yeah, I'm definitely the bigger joker. I mean, because if I wasn't, I would snap Graham's neck from here.
I'm gonna rip that red hat right off your head.
Here, try it. See if you can. Try it. Whoop. Oh, he got it. He got my hat, people.
I did what you guys wanted. I did what the Dims wanted. Come on, guys, drop a super chat for that. I ripped his hat right off. Isn't that
Yeah,
what you
that's worth
Dims
something.
wanted to do the entire time?
Tricoden 197. You do Jewish people of Jewish descent so much of a disservice. You don't have any clue to what a Nazi is. No clue. You wouldn't know what a Nazi was if they locked you in a gas chamber and turned it on.
You want to talk about APAC? Drop a super chat if you want me to talk about that. I mean, the topics and the discussions are all up to you guys. All you got to do is drop a super chat. It's pretty simple.
Hey, 1904, I'd be careful what you say about Graham. Graham's a pretty tall feller. This the
I,
video don't do him justice. How tall are you? 6'5"?
yeah, I'm 6'5".
That's a pretty big feller. I'm pretty sure he could daggone swat a knot in your forehead. I'd be willing to make that bet. Give you some knuckle bumps.
5'3" isn't top isn't
No,
tall.
5'3" isn't tall, but 6'5" is pretty tall. I don't know. I'd be willing to bet you old Graham weighs more than 130 pounds sopping
Yeah,
wet.
that's a joke.
I bet you he's at least 200 pounds. How much do you weigh?
Almost 200 about.
I knew it. I knew it. I'm a good judge of character, and I'm good at sizing people up. I would not pick on Graham. You could be a basketballer.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Should have joined the NBA, but I'm in the NBA of MAGA now.
Yeah. I'm in the ECW of MAGA. Bring it on, ding dongs.
No one has made threats. These are all jokes about GTA 5, guys. Someone said, jokes are
Hey,
threats.
Drew
Facebook doesn't
Core.
like threats. No one's made threats. We
Hey,
were
Drew
talking
Core.
about knots, like knots and loops. We like to tie knots and loops.
No, I'm talking about Braille. He can
Yeah.
write in Braille. And then I can feel the back of your skull and feel. But anyways, yeah. And then
They
I'll
thought it was a
hey,
poster. He said, "I love your alligator Alcatraz poster."
it does kind of look like a pretty good poster if I don't mess up the bottom of the green screen. But hey, Drew Core, I wish I was on disability. I do. Um, man, I've had a rough life. I've been beat up a bunch. See, that's where y'all don't see. You beat up a Democrat, they stay down. You beat up one of us, we get right back up, and we keep getting back up. I tell you what, I'd keep getting back up. If I couldn't win, I would eventually win because you would pass out. Because again, I live out of spite. But I've had a pretty rough life, and my bones ache. And I wish I was on disability, but unfortunately, I'm not. I work long, hard days. Work 5 days a week, at least 10 hours a day, sometimes 12 or 14. When you're doing an asphalt job, you keep doing it until it's done. So I wish that I could draw disability. They're not going to give me disability. I'll be working till the day I die, which is something you probably don't do at all. You probably bum money off of mommy and daddy.
9 out of 10 rage bait.
Well, is it rage bait because of the hats or because I'm not putting up with your shit?
What do you guys like about alligator Alcatraz? Big Trip 96. Thank you for that super chat. I'll let you
I
start this.
think
What do you like?
I'll tell you what I don't like about alligator Alcatraz. I don't like the fact it's got air conditioning.
I don't
I
like
think
the
they ought to take
fact that you can't fit enough illegal immigrants in there. We need to make it a little bit bigger.
it. Mm-hmm.
But what do I like about it? I like that it's surrounded by alligators in the Everglades. I like that. I like the
I
name
like
of it. Catchy, good name.
I like the fact that the POSs have somewhere to go now.
Yup, all the murderers and killers will mostly be sent there.
Yep. Yep, because that's the mainly the ones. I don't think it's just a regular border jumper that's going. I think it's the. I'm pretty sure it's the murderers, and you know what? If y'all don't like it, just harbor a few of them until Tom Homan finds you. I'm sure if you're determined enough, you could probably keep one up quietly in your basement if you're willing to actually get out of your basement and give it to them. Mana, no, not dead, but not. I don't know what that's in response to, but Mana's a loser.
That's the first world privilege talking. Where are you from, my friend? Where are you from? It doesn't
Privilege.
matter if you're from a third world country or a second world country. You can't go there illegally to any country.
Yeah, I mean, what do you mean privilege? Is it a privilege for me to keep them up? Because I don't think so. I got to work hard for my dough. They should have to do the same,
Unc
and they should
Andy,
be doing it.
Naples, Florida, checking in. Hey, Uncle Andy, how you doing, brother?
This hat fits just fine. I don't
You're
need
talking
no
about
help.
me,
Chris,
probably.
I don't care. Yours fits fine too. They
Alligators
need to
are
find clothes that
practically
fit.
gay. What's your obsession with homosexuality? Hey, thank you, Fish and Charlie.
Here you go. Isn't it weird how the left keeps calling Trump a Nazi when the only person on today's political scene who actually collaborated with Nazis, with real life Nazis, is the left's sugar daddy billionaire, George Soros?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
hilarious.
that man right there, that's a monster right there. He used to give up Jews in Germany. And when the Nazis would come in and arrest them and and haul them off to concentration camps, that man right there wasn't a billionaire then. He would go into their houses and he would take and steal all their gold, silver, and valuables. That's how that man made his money.
Jesus Christ. That's
That's the
crazy.
lowest of the low. And that's who backs you all. You
Uncle
soft spine
Andy.
POS.
Yeah, soft spine. Uncle Andy, carne asada burrito for breakfast. Amazing. Are you guys mad because Mexicans took your jobs? I'll let you answer that.
No, I didn't know George Soros was. Are you talking about Bernie Sanders? Is he in with Bernie?
First off, I know this guy works with lots of Mexicans. None of the Mexicans took your job, right?
No, they couldn't take my job. They can't do my job. They're incapable of driving without being drunk, for one. But
So
they
no, we're
took up
not
the other
mad about the
job.
Mexicans so taking jobs or whatever. I mean,
No.
that's
But I will
unfortunate.
tell you what I am upset about. I do not have health insurance because I get fined every year for not having health insurance. The Mexicans that I work with gets their health care for free. So they don't sign up for it at work, and we don't get enough people to sign up for it at work. We don't have health insurance. Why are they going to pay for something they getting for free? So I am a little salty about that. And I hope that when their visas run out, they get deported.
Okay, that's hilarious. Big Trips 96. Because you can't think about what it's like to be anywhere else in any other part of the world. The first world made you think we are the best and everyone else is the problem. Actually, Big Trips, you don't know me as a person. I've worked in many other countries before, so I do know what other parts of the world are like. So please don't patronize me saying, oh, you don't know what it's like to be outside of the US or what other parts of the world are like. Yeah, everyone works hard in every part of the world. And it's hard. It's hard to make it in any part of the world. It's hard to make money everywhere. All you got to do is work, though, and it can happen. It's that simple. So don't patronize me about this third world country, this and that, this and that.
That's right, Tracy Toscano. Deport, deport, deport. You're absolutely right.
But I do appreciate that super chat, Big Trips. If you have anything else you want to say, let me know.
Um, I haven't had health insurance and haven't had to pay a dime for not having health insurance on my tractor. You know what, Jeremy Hearn? You're full of shit. Every year I lose out on $1,000 that I could have deducted because I don't have health insurance. So, Jeremy, you're full of shit. Or you don't pay taxes. One of the two.
He's an illegal immigrant.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Of course, Jeremy's not a very Mexican name, but you never know.
He's not Mexican. He's from somewhere else.
Psy Lounge Studios. Are we Native Americans? Well, as a matter of fact, I do have Native heritage, and I'm not talking like Elizabeth Warren Native heritage. I'm about 1/16. My grandmother on my mom's side was full Cherokee Indian. My Irish just happens to show. My Irish and German. But my wife, she's Irish Cherokee also, but her Cherokee shows through. Like she looks at least half blooded, maybe more. But yeah.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, William Fatzinger. That's pretty disrespectful there. Not just to me, but to just about any Native American. So you might
I
want to think
see
about.
what he said. What
You
did he
might
say?
want to. Are you from the Sucka blankety blank tribe? So William Fatzinger, what I would recommend to you is the next time you decide to talk to a man, pull that Fatzinger out of your mouth.
Andrew, thank you for the super chat. Hey, you guys! Drop some
Yeah,
super chats. Any questions we got?
yeah, William. What I would recommend is to definitely also stop sucking the cream out of the middle of the Fatzinger.
Now, with this beautiful bill, you have no benefits. What are you talking about, no benefits? What about no tax on overtime and no tax on tips? I love Newsmax, but yeah, I have plenty of opinions. What do you want to hear about?
So you appreciate higher energy costs, cuts to Medicaid and SNAP. You know what? The only people that's losing out on the Medicaid and the SNAP is the people that don't deserve it, like the illegal immigrants. And
Damn right.
to be honest with you, if it meant that I had to pay extra money to have every one of them deported right now, hey, charge me. I'd rather pay for it and get it over with. I don't want illegals here. I want legal people here.
Just give me an empathetic thought for someone not white, not American, because the alligator Alcatraz comment makes me think you just don't care which direction the world goes in, and I can't follow that. Well, thank you for the big, beautiful super chat. That is a big, beautiful super chat. You want me to give you an empathetic thought for someone that's not white, that's not American? Sure. What do you want me to think? I do feel empathy for some people that really, really want to come to America in the legal way. People that spend a lot of money and get denied. Yeah, I do feel bad for them. If you spent a lot of money, you're not trying to jump over the. Doesn't even matter about the money. Let's just forget about the money for a second. If you put a lot of resources and effort in trying to come into America legally and you get denied for whatever reason, I absolutely feel bad for you. Yes. But when you're doing shit like trying to jump over the border, come in illegally, you're just breaking a country's law, and that's the same every country in the world. It's not like America is the only country that does this. You know, compared to some countries like Poland, our border policies are very relaxed. But I do feel bad, if you're from, Uganda or Africa, some shit like that, you're a good person, you want to come and work in America, you want to do shit the right way. Yeah, I feel bad if your visa gets rejected or they don't let you in. Yeah, I feel bad about that. Is that some empathy thought? You think that's a good one, Big Trips? Or what else do you want me to say? Because when it comes to this situation, yeah. Or if your visa gets rejected, like I said, I have empathy for you.
Hey, Kev Dog, are you still in the chats? Kev Dog, can you hear me? I've got just as much proof that you're on that Epstein list as you've got proof of Trump being on that Epstein list. So good luck with that.
He said my aunt came here illegally. Well, congratulations to her.
Yes, we need more legal people here. I firmly believe that legal immigrants is or legal citizens uh, are our best, are some of our best citizens. So, Medicaid has been cut. The reimbursement rate for people who don't pay are being cut. The number one recipients of Medicaid reimbursements are rural hospitals. I don't know about all that. That's right. Full respect to the legal immigrants, legal citizen immigrants. You're right.
You want us to
They
take
didn't
a
take the easy way.
citizenship test and see if we can pass. Well, if you drop like a massive ass super chat, yeah, I can make a whole episode about that. I'll take a citizenship test and I'll pass with flying colors.
Oh gosh, here we go again. Darnock. Can't wait for Trump's impeachment. Just another failed attempt. I mean, it didn't even, it might have been an impeachment trial, but it wasn't an impeachment. Didn't go all the way through there. Was not successful.
Guys, a citizenship test is not rocket science.
Hey, mommy. Hey, Momo, the Master 555. If Trump was on that list, Democrats would have used it to derail his campaign in 2024. They wouldn't have made up Russiagate. See, they're looking at the possibility. I mean, I doubt anybody will be held accountable, but they're looking at the possibility of some prison time for making up the Russia hoax.
When does no tax and overtime go into effect?
Now
Great
it's in
question.
effect. It's in effect now. You don't get it on each check. At the end of the year, it'll be like a oh gosh,
Tax
um,
refund.
like it'll go in for your tax refund. You'll get it back then. So that's when you'll get it. I was hoping that it was going to show up on the weekly checks, but I think I think that because the way they're doing it, it'll include all the way back to January. So, and I'm not sure on the tax on tips. I'd imagine that I would imagine that no tax on tips as far as especially the cash ones, it's going to show up right then and there.
Do you realize we have some soldiers with illegal immigrant parents? Are we going to deport them as well? Well, first thing I want to say is the fastest way to actually gain legal status in the United States of America, from what I heard, is by joining the army. I'm not 100% sure if this is correct, but I've heard this facts repeated again and again. And
Yeah.
second off, yeah, we should deport anyone that's an illegal immigrant. It doesn't matter if there's no special exceptions, basically, because if we did the same thing to any other country, if I go to another country and I'm someone's parents and they're in the army, that doesn't mean that that country should just give me say, oh, your son's in the army. It's fine. You can stay in this country illegally with no background check and no paperwork, no idea who you are. That doesn't give you a free pass. That's kind of ridiculous. If they're in the army, in the U.S. Army, and their parents don't have the paperwork, why can't they just live in their home country? What's wrong with living in their home country? And if their country is at war times, or if they're having, war times in their own country, then they qualify for asylum, so they can just do that.
Hey, subtle username. Who's defending Epstein? I've not heard anybody in here defend Epstein. And don't act like you liberals care about kids because y'all have not cared about kids the entire time. Biden was sniffing the tops of children's heads in office on national TV like it was a line of Hunter Biden's Peruvian marching dust. Don't worry about my pillow. Worry about your pillow. Your pillow probably stinks of sweat and regret and bad decisions.
What do you want me to think of? Drop a super chat if there's anything you want me to talk about.
Yeah, Psy Lounge Studios. Trump could do something to make me stop supporting him. If he ended up being on that list and doing heinous things, proven heinous things, not just to be on it, because it doesn't, just because somebody went to the island does not necessarily mean that they participated in said activities. It doesn't look good, but if that was proven, yeah, I would not support Trump. I will not support anybody who is
Bro, I got
I'm not
bad
even
news
going
for you. It is proven. Trump is on that list. He did stuff with kids. No, that's how they sound. That's how they sound.
yeah. Hey Fat Zinger, I think you've sucked the cream out of too many Twinkies. See, William Fat Zinger William Fat Zinger comes across to me as the type of guy that eats bananas for the shape and not the nutritional value.
Oh my god.
Prove me wrong.
We only got 41 likes in here. You guys are upsetting me. Drop some likes, subscribe. It's a joke. I don't think he's on that list. He's not on that list until I see proof. Super chat any topic, all questions answered 110% of the time.
I'm not exactly stooping to Democrat level. It's not my fault that Fat Zinger has an asphyxiation with bananas. I mean,
You
I
guys
think
are
he,
in such denial.
yeah, Fat Zinger just likes bananas. He just wants them in him. He doesn't care how they get in him. He just wants the bananas in him.
Trump was just there for the Bible study.
Well, you know more than me, Elizabeth, if there was a Bible study on Epstein Island. Y'all do realize that Epstein Island was bought in like, what was it, 2003 or 4?
1998.
Was it 98?
Yeah.
When did Trump out Epstein from his circles?
I don't know, in the 90s, I believe.
Yeah, but it was several years before the purchase of the island. But yet, Democrats, just ask Bill Clinton and Bill Gates, just kept partying with him like it was 1999.
It was 1999.
Here, we'll go back to the big, beautiful bill here. I know y'all liked that one.
Oh yeah,
That
that's
was a picture
classic.
that was actually recovered from Epstein Island. Just FYI.
Unlike Biden, Trump has nothing to hide. I think this guy's making a joke, but yeah.
Lunchbox says he outed Epstein in '97, but
97 outed. Huh, interesting.
yeah.
What was your question? What did we miss? Drop it again. If it's good, we'll answer it. If it's bullshit, we'll probably just ignore you unless it's a super chat. Is there anything that we disagree that we can debate on? Let me think real hard.
Uh, I'm sure there is. We'll have to come up. It is interesting. I like baked potatoes, and he likes French fries.
That is true.
Baked potatoes clearly better. I mean, you get to put the bacon and the cheese on it, but he's going to disagree with me on that for some reason.
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree with him on that. Living in the Nile must be nice.
Well, it's just not a river in Egypt.
Well, here's something I disagree with you on. I would have never voted for Bush.
Well, but you couldn't have. You were too young.
No,
You
I would
wasn't
have
even
voted for
around.
neither of them.
But yeah, it was. I can honestly say buyer's remorse. I mean, back no one. But see, back then we didn't have all this social media going on. Everybody checking everything and fact checking everything. You literally got your news from the TV or the newspaper, and the source was what it was, and that's all we had to go on back then. Now you've got so much more independent uh, reporting going on, and so much other stuff after the fact came to light. That's part of the problem in politics today is they can't hide stuff like they used to back then. So
Someone said you can't find facts now. Bullshit.
yeah, facts are more easily found now than back then. Back then, you tell if anybody's out there that's Gen X or older that was voting age back in the early 90s and late 80s, tell me how you got your news. There was no YouTube, there was no X. We had CNN, NBC, ABC, BBC. Oh gosh, Lunchbox, you one upped me. I did not vote for McCain and Mitt Romney, but oh gosh,
Mitt
poor
Romney?
Lunchbox.
You
Poor
didn't want to vote
Lunchbox.
for deporter in chief Obama? You voted for Mitt Romney? Come on, you love a good old deporter in chief Obama. You
Well,
gotta vote Obama.
is that who ran against Obama? It was McCain, wasn't it? Was it McCain and Romney?
Yep, it was McCain and Romney.
You know, I guess I got to retract my statement because I would have voted for McCain over Obama. Even though I was old enough to vote, I wasn't into politics all that much back then. But hindsight definitely being 2020, I believe I would have voted McCain over Obama. I'm
What
not an
even
Obama
happened to
fan.
Mitt Romney? That man disappeared off the map.
No, Mitt Romney. I'm thinking of John Kerry,
I
the
haven't heard
Rhino
anything
John.
about Mitt Romney in like 10 years. What is that man up to now?
Hey, No Kings TV. Oh, I got a question for you, and I'm going to look for your answer. Are you part of that No Kings protest bullshit? Come on, No Kings TV. Are you a part of that No Kings movement? Because I've got a truth bomb to drop on you if you do, if you are. Come on, No Kings TV. Come on. I'm looking for you.
They're still crying about the jet. Uh,
Fuck that jet. Come on, No Kings TV. Come on.
Mitt Romney is getting booed out of town halls.
Nah, I didn't participate. I just made the channel after that weekend. But you support No Kings? No Kings TV. Do you support No Kings? Is that what you support? Because I've got some homework for you. Because Trump didn't throw that parade. The permit was applied for that 249th parade a year in advance, a year prior. That parade was approved by the Biden administration. Trump had nothing to do with it. That's what your No Kings is all about. Bunch of idiot morons. Yeah, this lunchbox. This was how they was at the protest too. They they didn't have enough people out there to deal with us.
What was the original order of the permit?
What was the what?
The original order for the permit
We mean the original order. That makes no
for
sense.
the military parade.
They applied for the permit. You have to have a permit for a parade, and it has to be approved. And you just can't do that the week of. It was done a year prior, and it was approved by the Biden administration, not the Trump administration.
It was much smaller until Trump got his hands on it.
Hey, what can I say? I mean, Biden botched the Afghanistan withdrawal. Trump made the 249th Army parade a banger.
They're donkeys for a reason.
Yeah, poor donkeys.
Donkeys, they're literal asses.
Yep.
They're literally an ass.
Raw 505, you're an idiot. If we deport all the illegal immigrants, how will this benefit our country? Okay, well, if I was president, let's say if I was king, even if I was the king of America, I would deport every illegal right now. Literally, right now. I would charge the country of origin the charges, and I would give the jobs that were vacant from that to legal citizens, legal immigrant citizens seeking citizenship. They would have their jobs. So that's how I would do it because we shouldn't reward cheaters. Yeah, I get that Trump set the withdrawal date. He also set the terms of the withdrawal, and they were not living up to their terms. So we should have never withdrew. And out of Biden's own mouth, the way that they just pulled out his excuse for it all was, well, Kissinger did it in Vietnam. That is no excuse. When someone else fucks up like that, you don't follow suit and do what they did. You do something different. It's how stupid Biden and Democrats are.
You literally want a king.
Hey, I'm good with the king, just as long as I'm the king.
I'm telling you, mad because they lost their jobs.
Who lost their jobs?
The
Immigrant.
league.
There's no immigrants that can do my job. Like I said, they struggle to just drive normal vehicles without being drunk. That's right, Lunchbox, and we shouldn't reward cheaters. Oh boy, I
What?
can tell I live in Fatzinger's head.
He's still in here?
Why, yeah, the only king that I would be is Burger King. Yeah, well, at least I'm not the guy that sucks the cream out of the Fatzingers.
Without being drunk? Amazing, Victor. Good job. Keep up the great work.
No immigrant can do my manual labor job of working the asphalt cart. Are you talking about the paver, the Lee boy there, Victor Flores? Because, yeah, we've got a feller.
Show him your TR3 Codex hat. Well, this guy's trying to say that this is, we got the three R's, not the three R's, the three stars with the T and the R. He said this has some kind of, it's a Codex message or something. He says,
Oh,
TR, the three stars.
good gravy. You're staring at the red hats too long. You're starting to see shit. Mine's a 10-star hat. What's it saying? I'll tell you what it's saying. We won and Democrats lost. You don't like my bald head? My wife likes my bald head. That's all that matters. I don't care what you think.
Actually, we're all losing. What are we losing? We're too busy winning.
That's right. That's right, Lunchbox. Zinger eats the bananas for the shape, not the taste. He probably eats them bananas in one bite, too.
Should Trump run in 2028? Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
he
you see his
should.
hat? What do you want for answers? Drop some super chats if you want some answers immediately and
You know how
guaranteed.
you know how you get Fat Zinger to leave, don't you?
How?
Hold a Twinkie in front of him. Yep, just keep a Twinkie in front of him. Just hang it off the bill of his hat. He'll keep going for the Twinkie.
That's hilarious.
Uh, Elizabetta, you're going to have to be a little less vague than so I support going against the. What
She's
part of
talking
going against?
about Trump running 2028.
Oh gosh, there's nothing more. There's nothing more American than giving the American voter what they want, and it ain't always been like that. 2 terms for president. FDR served 4 terms, and then they changed it. If they didn't make changes to the Constitution, you wouldn't be able to drink your liquor on the weekends or at the end of the night to cope with your poor life.
I like liquor too. Is my life poor?
Well, I mean, untitled truths. I'm willing to be your king. Okay, I'll be. I will be a fair. I'll be a fair. I'll be a stern but just master.
Trump's approval rating is at the all-time high, higher than any Republican president in the last 60 years.
Next, they're going to be telling you that the economy's tanking too, and that the stock market's crashing.
Democrats, is the stock market crashing yet?
Well, John
Democrats.
Golf, where I'm living at, I've actually already started experiencing some relief. The fuel prices have came down. The eggs that Democrats are concerned with have come down. Yeah, the economy isn't what it should be, but it is better.
John Golf, do you got a Corvette there? You own a Corvette? You're talking about how the economy's terrible?
My gas ain't $1.99, but it's more like around the 250 mark. But I also live in a tourist town.
Guys, hit that subscribe button. We're almost at, I mean, hit that like button and subscribe, of course. We're almost at 50 likes. Let's get a couple more likes.
Yeah, come on, let's get one more like. Come on, people.
It's $3.30. It's $3.30. Well, if you live in a state where gas is over $3, that's most likely due to gas tax.
Yeah. Some states takes out more.
You can. No offense, but it sounds like you were living paycheck to paycheck during Biden, before Biden, and in the last 20 years.
$1904. Knoxville is just another example of a Democrat-run city. Just happens to be in a Republican state, but you go a little south from Knoxville and you get to Sevierville, Tennessee. It's quite a bit nicer. It's actually very much nicer than Knoxville.
Guys, you got any good comments, any questions? Drop some super chats. A lot of people have left. So I want to see if you guys have any good comments or questions you want me answered.
Um, Upgrade tree? No. Biden is the only one that Biden was handed a great economy. Biden's the one that locked us down, locked us in our homes. Biden's the one that got us involved in the Ukraine war or sparked it, pushing for Ukraine to be in NATO. Um, Biden gave away our money overseas, our tax dollars. No, Biden done it. Biden, you know what? That's the other thing. People say that Biden didn't enact laws to stop people from drilling, but you know what? The oil companies was afraid to invest in new refineries with Biden too. So you got Biden to thank for that. Then you've also got Biden to thank for shutting down the Keystone oil pipeline. So no, that's all Biden. Biden fucked us. Yeah, yeah. Trump did take credit for that vaccine. Trump got played by Fauci and the left. He tried to give you people what you wanted. A good leader is going to try and give his people what they wanted. Going to try. It's not our fault that he got played, and that's one of my opinion, that's one of Trump's biggest flaws is that he's not a good judge of character. That and you can tell that by all the knives that's stuck in that man's back. That man's been stuck in the back with knives so many times it ain't even funny. And yeah,
Wait, which Biden? The midget Biden or 7 foot tall Biden?
I didn't know there was a midget Biden.
The one that's shorter than his wife or the one that's 2 feet taller than his
Oh,
wife?
there are. Yes, I saw that. That was another clone conspiracy video. I did see that. Just like with the earlobes I was telling you about. Older Biden has earlobes. The older Biden, the one we've seen in the last 4 years, does not have earlobes. Last I checked, cosmetic surgeries do not offer ear jobs. I've never heard of an ear job. I've heard of a nose job. I've heard of a facelift. I've heard of a tummy tuck. I've heard of boob jobs. I've heard of Brazilian butt lifts, but never ever heard of an ear job.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up in about 4 minutes. So if you guys got any questions, just let us know. And once again, all super chats will be answered read out loud. Doesn't matter if it's a dumb insult or if you want us to curse.
Hey, Fat Zinger, just a little FYI. A zinger's nothing more than a Twinkie that got dropped on the ground. They put red food coloring and coconut on the outside of it so that they can still sell it to you. So just keep that in mind. It's quality. It's waste control. But it's got the same good creamy, I guess, what you would call goodness that you like to suck out of them. So
Hey, I got bad news for you. The majority of America voted for Trump. We won. She lost 7 swing states. 7. How do you lose 7 swing states?
I can tell you how. Kamala.
0 primary wins. Who did she run against in the primary?
I'll tell you who she ran against. Nobody. Come on, anybody got any good comments out there?
I'd rather see a tree grow.
Lies, lies. No, I was telling you the truth, Fatzinger, about the zingers. That's the truth. Zingers is nothing more than a drop Twinkie that they put food coloring on and coconut so that they can, it's waste control.
What question did you have, No Kings? I think I answered your question. You didn't have a question. You just said some shit about Trump. Scam Bondi.
You know, I agree with that. I believe that Bondi, Patel, and Bongino need to be thrown out of their offices. And midterms is too late.
I thought Biden was paying off student loans. You want me to talk about Israel so badly? That topic is so over discussed. Drop a super chat for that.
Yeah, going Fat Zinger. Can't you get bananas off your mind? I mean, seems like that's the only thing you can think about. Look, I ain't judging. Do what you want to do with your bananas. I don't care. Just don't tell the rest of us. Yeah, I'm good with Bondi gone too. No, I'm not kissing for 50 likes. That ain't happening. That's gonna be a super chat.
That's gonna be a $50 super chat.
I can give Graham a high five. Come on, Graham, give me a high five.
High five.
There we go.
All right, guys.
Yeah, you know what? I posted a video on the No Kings. I did just a few minutes of a live, and the No Kings was a joke.
Tom Pepin TV on YouTube. I should have shouted you
Yep.
out when we had more people in here, but Tom
I
Pepin TV.
I wasn't worried about it. I'm having fun.
I'm having fun too.
Lots of Republicans flipping in the last few days. They're tired of being betrayed. You know what? If people, and you know what? I'm not even a Republican. I'm just, I'm America first. Whatever that is, I'm America first. If it doesn't work into America first politics, I'm not for it. I don't care if a Republican has it, Democrat. If a Democrat comes out with America first some politics, hey, I can support that. But they don't.
Oh, crying.
Yeah, that's fucked up. No Kings. I would expect no less out of a piece of trash like you. Yeah, if Biden had been in Pennsylvania and that had happened to him, he would have bled out from an ear piercing.
Probably. That's facts.
Hell, if that had been Biden in Pennsylvania getting shot in the ear, I imagine an Easter bunny probably lined him up for the shot. I can see it now. The Easter bunny saying, "Here, stand here." Yeah, Fat Zinger, that's what I'd say about your dad too. Bad aim.
W Mod Lunchbox. Yeah, Lunchbox is awesome. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
We need to get Lunchbox here on the stream. I think he's a little bit older than you, but he's a cool guy.
Yeah. Well, old people are cool too.
He's not old. I think he said he's 52.
Yeah, he's Generation X too then. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Who do you think should be responsible for the mishandling of the Texas floods? Well, first off, I don't really like Ted Cruz, so let's get that out there. I don't give a damn if he's Republican. Just because you're Republican doesn't mean I'm going to like you. Second off, I don't know the answer to that question. They're going to have to ask someone that's more into the politics of Texas and the
I would rather
situations
hear
going on.
I would rather hear what somebody from Texas has to say in that matter because
Exactly. I'm not qualified.
I've not been keeping up with it to make an honest, a fair judgment. It's just if I was to blame somebody here for our flood last year, it would have to probably be TVA because TVA uh, they waited way too long to release the floodgates on the dam and allowed the floodwaters to rise. So that's where my blame would go to first. They should have when it was first predicted that it was going to be as bad as it was. They should have opened them floodgates up. Instead, they waited. So
Yeah, I remember a few times I was in Texas, there was flooding going on.
where I'm from in eastern Kentucky, there's a town just a few miles down the road. It's in Williamson, West Virginia. And you want to talk about some messed up flooding. This town has dikes all around it for flooding. And they've even got huge floodgates that close this town in. And when there's bad floods, you cannot get in or out of this town. And the dike keeps the water from coming in and flooding the town away.
Jesus. Where are you guys from? Well, he just told you Eastern Kentucky. I'm from Southwest Florida.
You know what? Let me tell you about Eastern Kentucky. I've got a lot of respect for them people up there, especially since Obama and killed the coal industry. Um, those people up there, you've got people with serious injuries, and they've got choices to make every month. Now, how do you fault a man that's selling their medications to make sure that their family's eating? Because
That's
they're not
right.
junkies. They're having to do. There is no work up there, so they're having to choose between their health and feeding their family. So you don't know what you're talking about, and you can go fuck off.
Texas born and raised, someone says. I live in Kentucky, someone said.
Yeah, I used to live in Kentucky too, Pikeville.
All right, guys, I need to wrap it up here. It was great talking with you guys. Hope everyone has a good night. Thank you, Eric, for joining the
You're
live
welcome. Thanks
stream.
for having me.
Anytime. Follow Tom Pepin TV on YouTube. Who's losing breath? Is this a joke? I haven't done anything to lose breath. Okay. Anyway, good night, guys. Have a good evening,
Good
everybody.
night.
See you.